Hi Pisces, it's Chronic Joy Tarot, and I've got your reading ready for September 2017. The cards have all been shuffled. I pulled the cards for you, and I pulled the one oracle card for the month of September, for the early part of this month at least. And the card that I pulled that's going to guide you is the lightning card. This deck is the Earth Magic card by Stephen Farmer, and the card for Pisces right now is lightning, the card that signifies power. You know, the way that nature and the natural world moves about, you know, there isn't, we as humans put labels on everything, good or bad, you know, right or wrong. But nature just continues on as is. It just is, right? And that's what we're wanting to shift our perspective to this month, is just realizing that life and the things that occur and come our way, there doesn't have to be any inherent, you know, good or bad quality about anything that occurs. It's all about our response to it and our intention. And if we stand strongly in our intention without trying to assert control and just know, yes, these things are going to happen, and I don't have to push back with my power. I could use my power for, you know, standing firmly where I am, and then going ahead and allowing the things that occur in life to come toward us, and then make decisions to simply navigate toward or around them, whether or not it's, you know, on our path of the intention that we set. So this symbol of lightning is sort of a reminder that we don't really control the natural world. We don't control life itself, right? But we can, you know, gather up the power of the things that occur and things that happen to and for us, and utilize, you know, that power in a way that goes along the lines of what our intention is. I hope I'm making sense. Let's start this reading of the flying bird and find out where you can work on empowering yourself in the next few weeks. Okay, Pisces? Okay, your starting point here is, well, yeah, control. I think I just said a few minutes ago that we really have no control over the natural world, right? We don't. And maybe, Pisces, you're digging in your heels a little too much and trying to control, but I don't mean in a controlling way, but trying to sort of manage the things that occur instead of allowing them to come and then responding. So let's say there's something that comes your way in your life that isn't pleasing and isn't along the lines of the intentions that you've set. And then you put your focus on it because you're trying to control, make it go away, you know, contain it. Well, putting focus on it is only going to make it grow, and it's going to hold you in place, right? So letting go of the need to control every occurrence is going to serve you really well in the next couple weeks, okay? Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, the internal energy that goes along with this card, yeah, the internal energy is the card of totality, meaning full on, be in it 100%, 110%, be in every moment that occurs. Instead of, I'm just going to try to create an example. Let's say you have a job where you're not quite getting along with your coworkers, and you're trying to find ways to, no, I don't know if I want to say undermine them, but maybe find ways to highlight their negative qualities in, you know, maybe a social setting, or if you go out, you know, after work with friends and you talk up how these people's negative qualities get in your way, right? That's an act of trying to control the situation, and that's actually also not being fully present in the moment. It's taking that one element of this one negative aspect and making that the center of your existence, of your creation, of your experience. And instead of making that the center, we want you to shift and make your intention and your well-being the center. And these negative people and their negative comments or whatever will come and go. You do not have to engage, right? Keep your totality, keep your point of reference smack center, in your heart and what your intentions are. I hope I'm making sense, because this is a pretty big subject, and I feel like I'm conveying it, right? In your external world, this will show up as a change. If you make that shift internally to not focus so much on, and use your power for your own well-being instead of using your power to push against others, right? And try to control situations. Use your power for your own well-being, and it will create a new path, a new way of seeing things, a new way of seeing everything, a new way of operating in the world, and others may notice it, right? And you may attract more and more of those who are getting why you made the shift, and the more quote-unquote positive influences, right? But like we said, we need to start with the premise that life itself is pretty neutral. Life just happens. We're the ones that place the judgments on things, whether they're right or wrong or good or bad, and I want this and I don't want that, right? And what we want to do, like the law of attraction teaches us, is to focus only on what you want. There are always going to be elements of things that aren't lining up with your path, and that's okay, but let them fall away. Focus only on what you want, and that starts with resetting your intentions to be more self-aware, more self-guiding, than to use outside forces to take you down your path, right? Okay. And the next internal energy, I love this. The internal and the external energies for this next level of the reading are sort of, there's a fine line between laziness and having it all and resting on your laurels, and abundance and having it all and being very grateful and appreciative for it. Okay, there's a fine line between those two. So internally, you may feel, I don't have to. I don't need to shift. I don't need to do the work. I'll just try to ignore those people, right? I'll just try to ignore the negative things that are happening. Well, you're blocking your abundance that way, because your true abundance comes from centering your intentions and centering your perspective and outlook wholly in your own heart, right? The other aspects and the other influences that come and go in your life aren't happening to you, they're happening for you. And if you keep your center of gravity, or your operating point, right, that place you operate from, completely yours, then the things that come and go and that happen externally, you make choices whether or not you want to engage with them or not, right? And I would say, if things come along that feel like they're in alignment with what you want and how you want to feel, grab onto it. And if things come along that do not align with how you want to feel, walk on, let it go. You're getting this, though. You're getting this, Pisces. This next card is sort of the apex of your internal energies here, and you are definitely getting it. You're becoming wiser. You're becoming more rested in your center, and really less concerned about those little occurrences. You're learning how to harness your internal power and use it for your own progress, your personal progress, the progress of your heart. You're learning that. You're getting it. And probably, if you really put some focus to let go of that need to control circumstances, sort of really put your focus on the center of your intention, then you'll reach this faster. And if you haven't already. Okay? But in your external world, it might shake you up a little bit. It might make you feel, it might make you seem to others that you're changing or that you're a little indecisive. The schizophrenia card gives us that sort of a mind game that tells us, you know, just stay right where you are and don't make any choices because one could be bad and the other could be bad, right? That's more in line with this control card. But you know, if you do this internal work, if you do that shift, if you make the shift and harness your personal power and really use it toward what's going to serve you, then yeah, you know, it might look on the outside to others that you're changing or you're you know, indecisive, but what's happening is all your decisions are within, and you may or may not share it with others. You don't really have to, but your decisions are within, and that comes with this card of wisdom. You know deep inside what's right for you, and you will put your attention on it, right? And that's all you really need to do. There isn't a need for you know, asserting yourself into any situation or making anyone else need to believe what you believe. You know, there's no need to convince anyone of your journey. That's where the power sits. The power sits with that letting go of the need to control and assert and standing in place where your true heart is and in alignment with that, and then moving along through your life with that energy. Okay, I hope this makes sense, Pisces. If it doesn't, leave me a note, and or if it does and it resonates, let me know too. And I'll put up readings again mid-month, and we'll see how your progress is. But for now, you're in a really good place. You're in a great place to be able to make a shift and move forward with new ways of seeing things and new ways of receiving the things that come to you in life. Okay? Thanks, Pisces. We'll talk soon. Bye.